As a child, I used to help my father when he planted tomatoes. They would mud the plants, and us children would be given a handful of plants to hand to the planters. The men would have a little shovel, and they would plant the tomatoes. And that was the way they were planted. Now that everything's done by machinery, and of course, when they were harvested, they started harvesting them in July, and the harvest season went on to about October, or when frost terminated this season. Now they're planted by machine, they're harvested by machine, and mostly it just involves one harvesting. Everything is harvested one time. But these tomatoes are also different. I know when my husband, Oliver, was buying tomatoes every year, he would go to Rutgers for a refresher course on how they had improved and developed the tomatoes, and they kept coming up with different improved tomatoes with tougher skins so they could be shipped, and they don't have the cracks, molds, and deterioration that the older tomatoes used to have. Of course, I think the older tomatoes that we knew as a child, back in the 30s and 40s, were they had more flavor. They're more like what we grow in our gardens. But now, Oliver says they're more like having a tennis ball because they have developed them with tough skins for shipping. And they can even pick them when they're not even entirely ripe, because by blending them together, they can, if they have enough color in them, they pay us. And when he bought them, they had to pay us certain colors and no cores and this and that and the other. But in 1995, it's a lot different than it was in 1930s.